Hello one and all, I am Games and welcome to the worst weekly instalment show. It is of course Hearthstone Hearth Hour, hosted by myself, Games. And this week, I wanted to show off the fact that I've just recently got my Golden Hunter, first Golden Hero. Basically, the reason it's took me so long to get a Golden Hero is not because I'm not sad enough to play that many games, but mainly because I've just equalised a lot of my wins. So, like, on each class I've got quite a lot of wins, which is quite nice. Most of them have got at least 200. Major's only 11 off Golden as well, which is cool. But I'm not quite sure which is next. Anyway, that's not what we're here for. We'll just end up in rambling territory. No, today we are here to show off a fun idea for a deck that, you know, could do well, could not. Who knows? So I decided, initially I thought, can we do a trap deck? And I had a look, and it turns out that there's, I think, 8 traps in total, and I thought, well, even with a mad scientist, that's 10. That's not going to be quite enough for a deck, so I thought, could I, like, add something to it? And I thought, if I put Deathrattle, I can call the deck Deathtrap. And I just thought, yes, I'm a clever guy. That's what I'm doing with my day. Woo. So that's what I've done. I've picked some pretty strong cards, hopefully, you'll agree. I've gone with Lepinome's obviously synergy with Face Hunter. This deck's going to have more of a mid-rangey control feel. It caps off at 6 costs, but there is quite a few of them. So it'll be interesting to see how that goes down in my favour. I've got 2 web spinners. Love my web spinners, that's why they're golden. Real advocate of the web spinner. Bear traps, I feel that, funnily enough, I think just bear traps' mere presence in the game makes explosive trap better, because most people think, oh, you know, they're more likely to like wait until they can like set up for a card which can counter, you know, the 3/3 taunt. It's what I've noticed. Maybe you have too. Let me know in the comments, or don't. I put 1 Feign Death in. I didn't want to put 2. I thought that might be overkill. But, yeah, I mean, this should create a lot of craziness within the deck, you know, just see all these, you know, crazy scenarios which might occur. Snake traps, I'm not a big fan of snake trap, but I thought, just for the gimmick, we'll play 2 snake traps. Gotta love when you just come up with these cruel and crazy ideas, you just never know what's going to happen. I say cruel, but I mean, it's a card game, so how cruel can it be? Blood Mage Faunos, you'd be surprised how many times it combos with Explosive Trap. Like, you'd think people would attack into it, but sometimes people just don't realise that the combo can happen. It's totally, just from, like, just out of nowhere, it just blindsides them. Haunted Creeper, really strong staple, you know, within Hunter anyway. I mean, it's just great that we can utilise it here. Mad Scientist, like I said, you know, great utility for trying to kind of whittle out some of the cards in my deck, trying to make it strong, because it hasn't got any draw within it, so it kind of relies on just being a, as well as having not a very strong hero power, it's going to make it a tough uphill battle in the early going, I feel. Harvest Golem, I'm only playing 1. Do people even play Harvest Golem anymore? I'm not even sure, but I thought I'd play 1. You know, just say I'm playing 1. Baron Rivendare, pretty self-explanatory, it works well. Piloted Shredder, I think these are pretty good in the meta. I mean, they kind of took over from Yetis, really, in terms of just a great value utility card. Sludge Belcher, once again, it took over from Senjin Shieldmasters, isn't it? And it there's nothing's like took its perch since then, from what I've seen, in terms of the taunt stakes. And then you get to the cap-off stuff, you know, the Khans, the Piloted Sky Golems, both useful to try and, you know, as well as Savannah Highmanes, just sticky minions which are tricky to take out, as well as a Savannah Highmane, which is once again a really annoying card to come up against. I feel that this should be a really fun video, hopefully. Let our game begin. Doesn't it look just majestic? I'm not going to play in ranked, because I'll definitely lose in ranked. I know, I'll play casual, play ranked, and then, you know, I've been thinking about doing this, and you guys can tell me. I'm not sure if, you know, doing a full video of Tavern Brawl is the thing. Maybe I could just tack it on as an extra game at the end of this kind of thing, like 2 games. Tends to last about, you know, after I've done my deck analysis, I tend to end up at like the 15-20 minute mark, depending on how long the games go, obviously. I don't know why it does this, where it just takes a while. It kind of has like some sort of animation freeze up. I think it's because of recording at the same time. Who knows? Our opponent has been found. And it is Johan playing Jaina.
You asked for it.
Let the hunt begin.
I think Piloted Shredder's not a bad pick, but I'm going to hope to get the early game advantage here. I think it's important. And it seems like it's paid off. So Lepanome is a strong play. Saying that though, Web Spinner's more awkward to deal with, because if he pings straight off the bat, then I've kind of got less options, whereas this creates options. So I'm quite a big advocate of that.
Someday I'll be just like
I can't wait. So I'm going to take it this is going to be some sort of combo wombo mage. So we'll just put Fate to that, because otherwise he'll just get some momentum going. I mean, if he gets an Arcane Intellect for 2, I mean already he'll be starting to grow in value. I need to kind of just deal with it. It might be, but it's just a chance that it's a mage who also plays Sorcerer's Apprentice. But based on the, you know, early Arcane Missiles, I don't know if this guy completely knows what he's doing. Or girl for that matter. Muckler though, Muckler's going to allow us some really good play, kind of board control at this point in the game, because unless he's got some sort of hard removal, then I'm going to be able to get a few trades off and allow myself to gain some momentum going into the mid game.
I wonder.
So, you know, I'm just going to slightly deal with it. Not completely, though. And here is where we can start to build up. Because next turn, I think I'm going to go Web Spinner, Blood Mage, Feign Death. That'll be a strong turn. Unless, you know, something comes along which is better. I could do Lepanome, but, you know, I don't think that's going to be a lot of value here, given our opponent. You've got to kind of evaluate, you know, what class you're playing and what the likelihood is of what cards they might have. I mean, I'm going to assume, you know, that he ain't going to have a way to kind of deal with it. He's ended up having to use a Fireball as well. Interesting. But I'm going to get so much value off the Feign Death now because of Baron Rivendare. I don't think he'll be seeing it coming. I'm actually tempted to hold off a turn just to get some uber play. I think I can afford to do that, to be honest. I mean, it's a bit greedy, but it'll be worth it for just for lols. Because we'll get 2 Web Spinner targets, 2 draws, 4 damage, plus we'll get a little minion as well. So what's not to like?
Excuse me.
So, is that what we want to do? We have got Piloted Shredder. It would create more board, but I think we're going to have to stick with what we said. I'm not sure if it doesn't destroy them, I don't think, and like replay them. Look at that, it's just magnificent.
To the slaughter!
That's going to upset him. So I'm surprised at how viable this is at the minute. It's got a good opening showing, but in before the blizzard, I suppose. That'll do it too. Quite lucky on the unstable portal there.
Someday I'll be just like you.
Oh, and I've given bananas, haven't I? No! You just take a load more damage though. So I didn't completely think it through. And now I've got just so much hand, it's unreal. Right, so... Wow, so straight away we are in the winning position. I'm glad to see that we are winners. So, let's jump over to ranked and lose the game, because you know, why not? If it won in ranked, well, that'd be crazy. I've kind of slacked this month. I would have liked to get, you know, to the 5, but I've just not really, you know, had the time. So I've ended up with a rank 10, which, you know, is an okay chest, I suppose. I'm not likely to get any higher this month, given that it's the end of the month. I'm actually recording it on the same day as this needs to go out, so yeah, way to improvise and just go off the just not do things very well, I suppose, organisation-wise. Most things do get recorded ahead of time, but, you know, for some reason, Hearthstone Hearth Hour is something that never seems to happen. So once again, I've got high hopes, but we are in ranked, so, you know, we're going to have our A-game here. This guy will have no idea what we are up all about. I'm just talking on the fly, really. Just absolute gibberish. Bring it, Pedro. What you all about? Boom. That's just such a satisfying noise, in my opinion. I don't want to tackle it head on, so I'll just do that. We'll see what it does. He might buff it with, say, Velen's Chosen, or he might go, you know, North Shy and heal it. I mean, hopefully, you know, it'll be worthwhile. I mean, next turn I can have a piloted shredder. I can really start amping the board control up. Never really noticed the noise effects. Noise effects. Wow. Sound effects would be a better term. But I suppose it doesn't matter too much. Maybe it does though. So did he heal himself? Yes. So, I don't know. I think that's going to stall him a bit, so I don't mind. And I've got a perfect turn 5 play. So things are going amazingly in our favour again. I didn't think this deck had much hope, but it could become like my new fun deck to play. Like a semi-casual level, I suppose. It's like semi-pro, I suppose, is what I should say, because that's exactly what it's doing at the minute. I'm going to do that just because it makes me It makes my board stronger towards a Holy Nova. Kind of now, if your Holy Novas only lose one creature, and it's going to spawn another one, so. Which he did. What a great scout. We've got a choice now, though. Which is a better play? I'm going to go piloted. Just because it might turn into a shredder afterwards. Or some, like, it's craziness could ensue from it, whereas Sylvanas is kind of a plain Jane play. You know what you're going to get out of it. It's not as fun. Next turn could include a lot of traps. How much can we do next turn? 11 currently, 13 with the hero power. So I don't know if I'm getting really lucky with these opponents or what, but at the minute I'm feeling really confident in how the game's going. So I'm actually going to go... Well, now he's used his 2 Holy Novas. I think it's quite a good play. Let's see what we get. That's another thing, we have got quite a lot of strong like end game stuff, so we're more likely to win. But it just cap off at 6 though. So now it's going to make him really, like, question his manoeuvres, because obviously, you know, there's so many traps what hunters can take advantage of. I don't even think, why have I not got snipe in here? I've just thought about that. Do I not have snipe, or does it not count as a trap? I bet you it's just because it's not, it doesn't count as a trap, and I don't know why it wouldn't.
Is someone injured?
So I've got 9 damage on board, 11 with that, so I think we're going to have to do a bit of trading. Just a bit. We'll go with a beast player, I think, here. Because we can afford to trade at this point. I can't believe we are now controlling a priest with a hunter. But yes, I'm sorry that we didn't add a snipe. I've only just realised. How do you even do that? Just miss out a trap.
Let me change your mind.
Seems to be working great though, so yeah, I can't complain. I can do 13 at a minute if I sacrifice the King's Elk into it. Which is not a bad idea. I think I want to continue to trade though. Just because it makes more sense to me. You see, because he's got no Holy Novas to rely on now, the best he could have is maybe a... ain't even mind control time yet. I mean, this is a good start.
Let me change your mind.
But I mean, where'd you go from here? Woo! 2 wins. Simply the best. That's what I am. Let's play the Tavern Brawl. Let's end it on a high. Or a low. I just think that'll be how we do these now, I think. 2 games with the deck, and then round it off with the week's Tavern Brawl. Just so I remember to do it more than anything else. I think that should cap off at a good half an hour session as well. So we are Boombot. Team Boombot all the way. So it seems our deck's going to be more RNG focused, I would imagine. We're going to start off with our solid player Mad Bomber. I have no idea what our ability is going to be. That'll be quite interesting. Will it be like summon a Boombot? Just like his will be summoning an Oitron. That's what I'm going to assume. Do 1 damage to 2 random enemies, and he gets give you a lowest attack meaning Divine Shield and Taunt. Interesting. Oh, we'll go Mad Bomber. We'll go a bit risky. And it paid off. Awesome. So we want like a long slog of a game. So that we can cap off at that half an hour mark. It tends to go for around that time, like give or take, based on the format I've come up with.
Defensive systems online.
He just can't handle this mechage. Get wrecked by the mechs. Oh yeah. Maybe I should do like a crazy like mech deck, which isn't like one of the expected. Like it isn't mage, and it isn't some rogue. I don't know if any of the others have class cards, but it'd be interesting to find out. Bring it, Anoitron. At the minute, he doesn't seem like Anoitron is that good. However, it could be that I've just got lucky, or I'm just really awesome at games. Some of them possibilities are more likely than others. Ooh. Do we do this? I think we do. So we're closing in on the win now. He's down to 2 health. And I've got a Dart Bomb plus, you know, my hero power. I'm in a good spot. Well, now he's giving me a weapon. Too kind. Gladiator's longbow. I suppose he can finish himself off. Well played. Oh, we have got our pack, so let's open it. Might as well, eh? See what we get. As I think we're still a little on the early side. Just a rare. That's a shame. Misdirection, that's yet another trap. So let's go over and find out what traps we missed. This is crazy a minute. So, cards we could have put in, which we didn't. Not this one. That's my rush. Why do I don't want to see rush? Because I'm a scum. So, misdirection we missed out. Snipe. Eagle Horn Bar, I suppose, makes sense. Nothing else was added trap-wise, I don't think. No. Have I added anything other than Bear Trap, I wonder? Haven't got a load of the stuff yet. No, they didn't. From the newest set. So, you know, that's the life of a free-to-play player. So, I might have to come back to this. In fact, I'll just switch some stuff out now and we'll do it. Sylvanas is trash. What else do we take out? We've thrown one of each. Hopefully you guys won't crucify me too much. And you know what, I think we'll probably revisit Deathrattle at some point. That would be great, wouldn't it? Nah, it wouldn't, but I'll play it casual because I'm a noob. I was going to finish here, but since I noticed I missed out 2 traps, you know, it's only fair that I play them. I could play duplicates of them, but it'd mean, like, changing my deck too much. So it's for all you guys who are like, oh, you didn't use all the traps. Now I have. This game should be quick anyway. And seeing as I'm, like, still 5 minutes left to go on the half an hour schedule I set myself up for, well, saying that, I could be waiting forever for this finding an opponent. So it could be a mistake. Right, so we are ready. We have got a Druid. Awesome starter hand. Hopefully we can show off more of a trap side, because at the minute it seems that we win because of a Deathrattle side. I'm tempted to make it competitive, really. It seems more competitive than I would have thought. Might just try it next month, just see how far I can get with it. Then again, I could just be optimistic and it's just by luck that it's managed to win the games it has. But I think it's good. Like I say, we play Web Spinner because it's more options early game compared to a Leponome. For the style of play we're going for. I like to kind of give context to why I'm making the plays I am as I go. Because I just feel that it can be helpful to people who are new in the game. Next week for the half hour, I've got something. It's 2 potential decks I'm going to go for. Well, it depends. We'll play Snake Trap. Get the traps rolling. But 2 Shamans, which I want to try and play some of. You've probably seen them. Overload or a totem deck. Or I've got a 3rd deck. I'm keeping that a bit of a surprise. But so far, you know, I mean, some of them are quite expensive, and I understand from a player who is new to the game, it can be quite, you know, daunting to see all this. I don't mind playing Leponome now, and the reason I'm playing it is because it gives me more options by having it out compared to a Web Spinner, because it can deal with a 3-2, for instance, if he decides to go that route. I mean, I can't deal with that, that's for sure. And Baron Rivendare doesn't make sense, because if it attacks into it, I mean, swipes, then I won't get anything from it. So I think, what is the best thing to do? We could just attack now. I mean, does that... I think that's a pretty fair play. And if he just ignores it, then I'll get a really strong return off of it. If he does attack, I'm not too bothered. The funniest thing would be if I could get 2 traps off of this. Snake Trap will obviously trigger as well, so I'm in a strong position as long as he doesn't have a swipe. Very susceptible to a swipe, but he might decide not to, like, he might play something ahead of time. Which I would never do if you're planning to attack minions which have effects which you cannot predict. Like, if he went into attack the Haunted Creeper, swipe the Mad Scientist, that would make sense to me as a strong play. Especially because it would be double activating and it would just be ultimate value. So, straight away he's not seeing what was potential for him. So I don't agree with that play at all. What have we got off the back of it? An explosive trap. It's quite the misplay in my opinion. And we'll go with what we're given, I think. I mean, that was a real, like, rookie manoeuvre in my opinion. But I suppose he's, like, desperate to kind of get the win on as quick as possible. Or maybe he's purposely trying to... well, playing around Snake Trap wouldn't be smart there, because he would literally be not playing around it by deciding not to attack into a creature. I just think it would have been better to do it that way, because it would have been an empty board. But we won't dwell on it too much. We've just passed the half an hour mark, I think, so... I kind of need to get a wriggle on with this game, as to keep on schedule, I suppose. Finish this off. But I'd rather go over than under, I suppose. Snake Trap! Didn't see that one coming. Wow. What is he even playing now? Who knows? I think we'll go Savannah High main here, just because it's a really strong play. And we really need to kind of try to win this game, not only because of time, but because it's kind of getting to that danger point where it's like, oh, he's starting to work towards his combo. What every druid loves to do, Force of Nature, Savage Roar. Which, you know, I can't blame him, because it's a really powerful combo. We won't play Misdirection yet, because we've just got a whole board full of creatures, so establishing an even stronger board makes sense. King Muckler is actually one of the few legendaries from the original set I haven't got. Like as an actual card, but thanks to the magic of Web Spinner I can still enjoy what he's capable of. So I mean, is he going to try and just take out my stuff? I suppose he's in a position where he needs to, really. Oh, is he going banana time? He is. That makes sense. I'm quite happy with that, actually. So if we do that, and Feign Death, I think we do quite well off that. What traps we got? A bear trap and a snipe. So it's going to be quite cool now, because we've been able to utilise snipe. We've got Misdirection in hand. It's not likely to see as much play, and I would say that if you was going to be super competitive, don't play Misdirection, because as you've seen, you've constantly got a board presence. Snipe. It's a shame that we didn't just take out outright. So our good old friend Dr. Boone. And there is total defense. We are now slaughtering lambs. Lambs are being slaughtered. Take one of them out. We can play this. Wow. We are just on point here. I think we're going to just let him know about the Recorder Mundo. let's get him to say hi. So in case you're unaware, he is of course the other half of the Crazy Co-op Show. Comic relief
The light does not discriminate.
of the whole thing. So what we got? Misdirection? Oh, if you hit Dr. Boom. I think we've won from here. What secret could he have? Oh, we know what he's got. Cool. But it's annoying because we can't, like, stop him. What about if we just trade it off? That makes sense. I like how versatile this deck is, to be honest. How, like, back and forth I can go into a more rushy mode, or it can kind of kick back and just stay on the defensive. That was a really strong play by him. One of the better cards he could have got. But it's not going to be enough to save him right now. And I'm glad that I'm, like, not susceptible to a Force of Nature combo wombo at the minute. It's great. Ooh, zombie chow. Yeah, we'll do it this way. Just leave it at that. And it's unlikely that he's going to have anything that he can deal with me now. I'm a winner! And we've ended up at more like 40 minutes. It's crazy. But we are, I think it's basically safe to say we've won every game. Because he can't do anything now for sure. So you've had a slightly longer one to make up for that, but last week you didn't have one, I suppose. Awesome.
I concede to you.
So I hope you guys have enjoyed that. I think I've got 100 gold, so I'll just get a TGT pack to end off, I think. Because it'll make it like a nice solid 40 minutes. I mean, I don't mind that. Sometimes it's quite a bit shorter, like 26 minutes, you know, so I can even them out as I go. Come on, get a legendary. It'd be great to end on an awesome high, given that how great this video has turned out. Nah, just a rare. I don't know how much of the stuff I've got from that. Like, at the minute I'm still in the common stages, I think. Towards the later game of it though. So we'll just go in new. So yeah, we've got a second Flame Lance, a Worm Rest Agent, which is great for how the new kind of Dragon Priest is going, but I'm not really interested in Priest that much. Anyway, before this runs on any longer than it already has, I just want to say it's great to see that this has got a resurgence. As you've probably seen, Cards and Castles is kind of probably going to work in a similar fashion. If you guys are not aware of that, I really recommend you go out and check the preview of it, because it's really similar to how a Hearthstone works in terms of the initial mechanics, but it has this really awesome strategic element spin on it, so I really recommend you check that out. And other than that, I thank you once again for watching, and yeah, other than that, stay tuned next week to see what I throw out next time. And other than that, thank you for watching, and goodbye.